This shit right here for my oodles and noodles babies. His mom was smoking crack while she was pregnant, so he can't even help that he crazy. He going to jail, it's inevitable. For real. Ain't had nobody to give me no hope. I hope my mama ain't doing no coke. I used to wish that my daddy was living. I had a dream that I seen him a ghost. I used to act up when I went to school. Thought it was cool, but I really was hurt. Wanted my family to come to my games. My mama could make it cause she was at work. Remember my grandma, she took me to church. Really, no, I ain't wanna go. Remember I kissed my aunt in the casket and her forehead was cold. I was like 4 years old. We couldn't afford no clothes. It was hand-me-down. Who would think a nigga get a Grammy now? Got a black judge trying to tear me down. All this jail time probably wear me down. Turn the lights off in the bathroom, screaming bloody, bloody, bloody Mary now. Having nightmares about Candyman with the tool on me like a handyman. Kill my little cousin, I'm like damn it, man. Had to see the footage on the cameraman. On the pavement with his brains out, with the white sheet, he was laid out. Want an ass shade. Is this a choice? It was like this when I came out. What the fuck is you really complaining about? I know niggas that's never gonna make it out. This that shit you won't see in the media. Poor get poor and the rich getting greedier. A lot of daddies gon' back and forth out of jail, a lot of sons growing up and repeating her. Just the belly the beast, you won't make it out. Man, this shit was designed to eat us up. And my mama told me, nigga, keep it up. You gon' end up in prison just sleeping up. Remember, nobody never believed in us. When they see us now, they can't believe it's us. No. I think it's funny how we used to go to school, play Segas, and then next thing you know, you running around with Glock 40s. We ain't never believe in the police. They was shooting us. Yeah. They called it the projects, they put us in projects. What they gonna do with us, can't call the cops yet. You might get just pop that, cause they the one shooting at some of my mom's steps. It's like a bomb threat, the violence pursuing us, I ain't me God yet. Cause I'm on a block where it's just me and Lucifer, look what they do to us. They know we in poverty.
Okay, this is a sensitive topic for the majority of our community. We will be discussing drug abuse, homelessness, how the two go hand in hand, and how they may affect children who have parents who are either homeless, using drugs, or both. Okay, so one of the video clips you guys saw is the home of my father, my biological father. I asked my father to stop selling drugs, which means he was a drug dealer, for those of you who didn't catch on. And I'm sorry I'm laughing and stuff. That's the only way I can cope with this. This is my own personal way to deal with my emotions about my father and this situation that you're about to hear about. So it's just uncomfortable. Yeah, and laughing about it is the only way I can figure out how to get out my emotions without crying. So if that makes you upset, then I'm sorry. This is just how I deal with things like this. So my dad was a drug dealer, and I asked him to stop dealing drugs because I was worried about him, per se, getting arrested or any of those bad things that happen to drug dealers. Hello? Worried about his well-being. Yeah, his well-being. Like, I just wanted him to get a regular job and get his stuff together. And so he claims he stopped selling drugs, but I don't think he did. I think he was still selling them, but then he began using them. What caused him, or what happened in his life to cause him to turn to drugs? So, I mean, you mean like how he started? Yeah. So how did he, I know he was a drug dealer, but how he himself started to use them? So he never used drugs like before, but he had broke his foot and then he ripped off his cast. So his foot was just broken for a really long time. So he was it started with pills, essentially, like painkillers. And then he started shooting heroin. And ever since then, ever since he broke his foot, is basically since he's been using drugs. And he started using drugs about 3 years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years. And before that, he lived with my great-grandmother in this little apartment that's in her house, kind of it's like a duplex type thing. But she kicked him out because she discovered that he was using drugs in her house, and she didn't like that, and he knew that. And so when she kicked him out, because he never had a real job and because he never had a credit card or anything like that, he couldn't get himself his own place, and so he became homeless. And it's like, it started with him using drugs, then my family started finding out about the use of the drugs because he started getting really skinny, and a whole bunch of stuff started happening. And then he got kicked out of my great-grandmother's house, and then he's been homeless ever since. How did you find out he was homeless? I found out he was homeless. Well, I kind of like knew when my great grandma kicked him out. Like, I kind of knew what was gonna happen. Like, he was staying in like this studio type thing. Like, it's one of his friend's studios, and then he was staying in one of our family's trailers. And then then he just started driving the trailer around, and then the trailer stopped working, so he just parked it, and ever since then, I guess he moves it around sometimes. I'm not really sure. I just kind of knew, I just knew it happened. There wasn't like a specific way I found out, like it just happened.
What was your first initial reaction to finding out he used drugs and then finding out that he was now homeless?
So I kind of internalized it. Is that the word? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of internalized it, and it felt like it was my fault because I was the one who asked him to stop selling drugs. Because I felt like for a while I felt like it was my fault, and I was trying to I don't know. That's not really good for anyone to do, but I tend to do that with a lot of things. I tend to think everything's my fault, and I know, now I know it's not my fault. But my initial feelings was it's my fault. What did I do? Why can't he just come to me? And I mean, I was so young at the time. I was 14, 15 years old, and so it was just a whole bunch of confusion for me. And it was just why is he like this? And then I started getting anxiety about it. When we were going to film those clips that you watched earlier, me and Danielle, I was telling her, I'm getting anxiety. When we drove up, I was just my chest getting tight. Because it's just seeing my father like that is just really, really hard. And it's just hard to talk about. And a lot of people don't know this about me. And a lot of people don't realize that these things can really affect their kids. And a lot of my peers don't realize just how much my father being homeless affects me day to day. Because it's he's homeless, so he chooses not to come places. He showed up to my birthday party, but I wasn't expecting him to come. There's just a lot of things that go along with it. A lot of things stop happening. And so it's just I'm getting emotional, I'm trying not to. But it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just no one realizes how much other people's actions affect you. And it's just hard because I don't know anyone else whose parents are homeless. I don't know anyone else who has anxiety how I do. So I kind of just deal with it on my own. And now I'm at a place where it's just okay, it's been a few years now, and I can't internalize this, and I can't let it affect me. But it still does in little ways. So, yeah.
What was your dad like before he started doing drugs?
I mean, he never was really, in my life. My stepdad is more of, my father. Most people know that already, but my stepdad's the one that takes care of me. But my dad, he was more involved, and he was more around everybody than he is now. Now he just tries to stay away from all of us because he knows that we know what's going on type of thing. So it's just he just tries to separate himself from all of us. And before he wasn't like that.